Neighbors in Columbia now, pushing the city, the state, and their home builder to ensure their safety after a house fire piqued their concerns about a much bigger problem. Back in December, we first told you about Chrissy Wiley's family that lost everything when a fire ripped through the rental home they were in. A blaze that we now know Carrie started with her HVAC system.
Is so scary, and it really got neighbors talking to one another about melted disconnect boxes throughout their Taylor Landing neighborhood.
Our investigation then revealed missing final HVAC inspections in the neighborhood and then re-inspections that failed.
Tonight, News Channel 5's Patsy Montesinos explains why neighbors believe there's plenty of blame to go around as they seek accountability.
Even before Chrissy Wiley's fire in December, neighbors were sounding the alarm.
We found in the last month that 6% of the homes have had electrical fires or hazards.
Since last February, they've spoken at public meetings, sent letter campaigns to city leaders, and reached out to the state.
It's been heartbreaking.
But have felt ignored.
You shouldn't have to be dealing with the stress of whether or not your house is going to catch on fire.
Ignored until Joshua Moore, an engineer and president of the Homeowners Advocacy Group, told the state fire marshal's office about 90 missing records of HVAC inspections, while neighbors continued finding melted disconnect boxes.
The person who installs these disconnect boxes or the breakers or the other HVAC equipment, you know, they have a responsibility to install this stuff correctly.
So far, the state has failed 70% of homes re-inspected. By law, developers must make sure all inspections are requested by their contractors before residents move in. In Taylor Landing, that's Meritage Homes. Since December, I've reached out to the builder, emailing senior leaders for their side of the story. They haven't responded to me yet, but I know they've seen my questions because a day after I sent them, one company leader included me in an email forwarding my questions to a coworker before sending a request to recall that email. In June, neighbors did receive a notice from their property manager saying, quote, Meritage Homes would like to inform you of a recently identified fire hazard involving the HVAC circuit breaker located in the attic of at least some units within the Taylor Landing community. They promised to repair any defects and said safety was a top priority.
And I don't think that those installations were done correctly, because if they were, then we wouldn't be finding oversized breakers or missing labels or disconnect boxes with loose aluminum wires.
Joshua says Meritage bears responsibility for the work done by contractors, but so does the state, who carries out inspections for missing problems.
So there's multiple inspections along the way where this kind of stuff should have been caught.
He also believes some responsibility falls on the city of Columbia because before they issue the certificates of occupancy, he says they should verify all state inspections.
The city should have caught that 90 of the homes did not have the final HVAC inspection paperwork completed.
I reached out to Mayor Chas Mulder with these concerns. In a statement, he says the city participated in an audit after these concerns were first raised. He says the state fire marshal's office found no deficiencies and even complimented their process. He urged the homeowners and the builder to come together to resolve the issues. But attorney Dustin Kittle, who is now working with these neighbors, sees things a little differently.
So I would say that there is fault that can go all the way around.
Homeowners should not be left with all of these costly repairs and all of these problems just because the city didn't enforce its own regulations. Thank you.
He says you only have to look at the public outcry starting several months ago to conclude city officials must have known about the hazards long before Chrissy's fire.
During Christmas, I thought about Miss Wiley and her little kids and you know, having to get out of that house that was on fire. And it's infuriating, really, to think that our city officials knew about this. And I'm not talking about they knew about it for a few days. They've known about this since early last year.
Chrissy now rents a different home in Taylor Landing, thanks to donations from the community that poured in after our first story aired right before Christmas.
Without those donations, Like, I'm not kidding at all. We would still be in a hotel.
But she's still speaking up, looking for accountability.
When you're building homes, you have people's lives in your hand. If you don't do everything per code or what it's supposed to be, you literally could kill someone.
We understand this can all get very complicated, especially because there are 3 key players here. The State Fire Marshal's Office says contractors or builders are responsible for requesting HVAC inspections. It's the State Fire Marshal's Office who actually does those inspections, but it's important to note here, those inspections only cover the wiring in the HVAC unit, not the unit itself where the disconnect box is. And then there's a third group involved, the City of Columbia, whose job it is to make sure those inspections are actually completed. So a lot at play here, guys.
You've certainly become an expert in all of this. It is a lot to kind of keep track of, but I know that you have been reaching out to officials about all of this. What have you heard back?
Yeah, Carrie, Rory, the City of Columbia says that at a time that this neighborhood was built, the city verified state electrical approvals by visually checking for a pass-fail sticker placed on the home's meter. Now, officials tell me contractors must now submit digital proof of all final inspections before the city does its own final inspection.
A lot of layers, like
Yes.
you said. All right. Great work, Patsy. Thank you.